Hello and welcome to Adventures on a Hero's Journey. Today we're going to be starting Planes of Power. We're going to go into Plane of Disease. That's going to be the first one we do. But what we're going to do first is go in over here. So if you look on the map here, in Plane of Knowledge, you can get to Plane of Knowledge by clicking the book in Bazaar on this server. Obviously, that's not how it really works, but over here, down in this corner here, we're going to go talk to Graham Dumar. Right here in the store here. Little guy sitting here, just hail him and say craft. And he's going to give us some little statues here. These are all the different charms for the different classes. So you have 3 classes, you get 3 different charms. Currently, I'm using the charm of Nimble Landings, and I don't have any save fall. So almost any one of these is an upgrade. Now, something to consider. Now, I have some plane progression done on other characters, and it's all account bound. So this character with no progression gets, to choose between these, right? So now this build I'm playing right now focuses on attack and accuracy. So which one has the most here? It looks like the Berserker one. It's got some nice AC. It's got heroic dexterity. It's got more heroic dexterity than the monk one and the paladin one here, right? And it's got the same resists. It's got the same hit points. Just a little bit better. So we're going to go with the Berserker one. For now, we might change it up later. But obviously the stats will be different depending on your class and your current progression into this Planes of Power expansion. All right, so now we need to go to Plane of Tranquility. So let's just pop over here. The server just rebooted, so everything seems to be working now. I didn't start making videos last night because I kept having issues. But we should be good here now. If we go down over this way, we'll get to the zone line for Plane of Disease. And we can get our pre-flag. Now, if you hit Alt-N on the Hero's Journey here, you can go to the planar progression guide. You can click on the zone you want to get information on, and it tells you. It goes, talk to this guy right here, hail him, get his character flag. All right, so let's hail him. Please hurry, take the ward that surrounds you back to my brother in sickness, right? So I already have the flag, so it's not going to let me probably get the get the flag again because it's account bound, right? So it's a little wonky, but hail him, follow what he says when he does it, right? And then just drop down into the pit right here with looks like sewage water, if you know what I mean, just going into a hole here. Now once you're in here, just go over to this guy and get yourself a non-respawning instance. So non-respawning, ready. And then we'll zone in to the zone again. All right, so now if we take a look at the map here, zoom out a little bit, where we want to go is over here in this castle area. So that's kind of the goal. So we're just going to drop down over here. I could have swore I had... Oh, yeah, wait. Holy steed. Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. All right, let's just ignore that. Oh, my God. I have an ornate one somewhere I got from killing the Emperor. I just don't know where I put it. So let's go... Can get up here. Now, I don't care about all the stuff that's going to be training with us. We'll kill it all. I have turned off AA experience. We are going to level to 65 as soon as possible and get that done. Experience, like I've unlocked all the way up to Bastion of Thunder with my my pet build, and I feel like the experience is a little low because he's only 61 after doing all that. But here we go. We're into the castle area now. So what we're going to want to do is go to the door. And we're just going to pretty much pull everything. Where is the door? I can't remember. It's over here. Go this way into here. All these guys are going to attack, but luckily this build is a nice build. So we don't have to worry about too much here. Keep going up through here. And And we still haven't even taken damage. All right, let me get some debuffs or some, what'd you call it here? I think we're good. All right, so the first boss is this guy right here, Grime, the Crypt Guardian. Obviously, he was no match for a paladin, just like the rest of this chunk is no match for a paladin either, because we are just absolutely destroying it because Slay Undead. I'm going to feign death off all that junk we had aggroed on us, and we're going to loot this up. So here's the key. We want the key. Key allows us to go into the door here. Now, you might be able to skip through some of these doors, right? You might be able to do that with the illusion trick, but you can just click it. It goes to your key ring, so it's even nicer. So we're just going to run through here, grabbing all these mobs, and there's a boss we're looking for. Yeah, here it is right here, this boss. So we're just gonna thwack on her here. Now once all these guys get into range, I'll rampage and hopefully slay undead most of them. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but you can see we're taking a little bit of damage actually. So, you know, there's a lot of damage getting built up here. So it's not too bad. We're gonna rampage. It didn't look like we would kill any of that, so let's just kill it real quick. Just turning on attack on these guys pretty much one-shots them. There we go. Perfect. And we'll keep going through here. Now, I did buy spells, so we do have Force of Akira now, which replaced, I believe, Stun on the same timer 5. It's a slightly better stun. I went back to 4 stuns. We'll see how that works. Mitigation and mana-wise. But at 65, we'll get a self mana buff, so it'll be kind of nice to use that there. Alright, the boss is dead. Now we get the little spiders here. And come on now. Oh my god, these spiders are... I'm like snared with like the poison, right? So it's a little slow. And I think that's it. There we go. Now we can loot these guys. So what do we get here? Looks like we got a Firebone book, pulp, and legs of the Spine Guardian. No, that's nothing. Yeah, so we got a book stuff. It's lower tier stuff. Obviously, summoning haste 4 is kind of nice, but you know, it's a lower tier. All right, so we're gonna go through here now. We're gonna go down this way. No, I do that every time. Let me look at the map here. There's a door right there. There it is. Right there. Just grabbing all these guys. These are just friends, you know. We don't bring them all with us. They're all undead, so they're like least of my concerns right now. And through here, and then through this door. Oh, there he is. There's the raid boss, Grumus. Obviously, he's undead. We just hit him for 117k, and we dropped him too. We'll kill all this trash with us. But obviously, this isn't the hardest boss in the game because he's undead for us, so it's not too bad. There we go. We can loot him. Or theoretically, loot everything but him. Wow. There we go. We got a hammer and stuff. So there's sometimes a planar projection. So let's see here. Do I get the flag? It doesn't look like I got the flag when I killed him, but it's account wide already. So it says we've already spoken. So we have that. What is this guy? He's indifferent. I don't know what he's for. But he exists there. All right, so we got this hammer. We got this bone, and then we got some ethereal parchments. The ethereal parchments are spell turn-in items. So there's 3 different versions: ethereal, spectral, or spectral. I think it's spectral, and glyphed runed word, I believe. So 3 different spell things. You turn those in. You hit Alt in. And you go to planar Planes of Power spell guide and click your class, like say Paladin. It'll tell you all the spells. Now, I got extremely lucky and I was able to buy a lot of my spells just off the vendor. Someone, I guess, sold them all back, so I was able to buy some of those when I went and buy my spells. So, but there are a few other ones here, Spectral Parchment and then Glyph Word, right? So it's a very nice little in-handy guide here that they did for everybody, so it's really nice. But that is, well, we still have to do the next part here, right? What was this? So this is a nice earring and a nice little hammer. We'll take a look at those a little bit more later. But right over here, we're going to click this, and we're going to fall in this hole. You have to fall in the hole from the right after you kill him. Otherwise, you will not get the next flag. Once you zone into here, you'll get a flag right there saying, hey, you're done, right? So it's perfect. Now, if you're like me and you're dumb and you're looking at the map, you're like, oh, why can't I zone out? Turn on the height filter and it still says click this chair to zone out. You don't. The chair takes you to the downstairs. You have to go over here to the rock and click it to zone back out the Plane of Tranquility. There we go. That is how you get your first flag in the Plane of Disease. Very easy as a paladin. I'm sure it'll be. It was extremely easy for my pet build with 3 other pet builds. It's extremely easy to do. You should not have any issues. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.